roll. From city lights to the islands glow. Around the world, let the good vibes flow. We love and freedom, yeah, we on the go. Stamping up passports.
What's going on, everybody? This is Michael with Love and Freedom. Hey, today I am back with another travel tip for you guys. As you can see, today I will be talking to you about carrying that old, beat up, torn money overseas to foreign countries. And I know you're going to say, hey, money is money, but not all money is good money in their eyes. This incident happened to me personally. So what I'm telling you is something that I experienced. And it was quite, I won't say it was embarrassing, but it was a shock to me that they didn't receive the money. And it was money that I got out of their ATM. Should I say out of the airport ATM? That's what I did. And I'm trying to figure out if it was the country. It may have been Cambodia, because Cambodia is one of those very few countries that will reject your US dollars if it's not new or crispy. And there are quite a few other countries. So I'm here today to tell you about the possibility to how to avoid that happening, especially if you're thinking about carrying a large amount of money, US dollars, with you when you travel. We all know that it's illegal to carry more than $10,000 on you into another country, or leave the country, the US, with more than $10,000. So I'm hoping you won't be carrying that much cash with you. Anyway, so if you plan on carrying cash money, and which I know a lot of people want to say they want to convert their dollars over into the current local currency where they're going, you still can do that at a reasonable rate if you do it at their ATM. And when they ask you, do you want to accept the local currency, or you want to do it in dollar currency conversion, always pick your dollars, because your dollars are a little bit, I would say, holds a little bit more weight than their local currency. Because I know here in Mexico, they always ask you, they give you that options, and there's a few other countries that give you that option. So accept the US dollars conversion, and I think you should be okay. Now, before I jump into like which country are picky like that, in many foreign country, currency exchangers, banks, merchants impose stricter acceptability rules. So if a bill is torn, stained, defaced, or looks old or suspicious, people worry that it may be counterfeit or unusable. So they reject it as a bad quality. In places where like US dollars are heavily used, clean, crisp, new bills are preferred. Some countries have made headlines for rejecting shabby US bills, especially in places facing cash shortages or where new bills are hard to come across. For instance, in Lebanon, many banks reportedly refuse bad or old US dollars, especially $100 bills in poor countries. There's a lot of places here in Mexico won't even take a $100 bill. I know a few places won't take a $100 bill because of there been so much counterfeit bill in the past that they're a little skeptical of taking large bills, and even smaller bills for that much, especially if the bill look a little old and torn and worn. They won't even accept it. They're a little skeptical here in Mexico taking it as well. So I know for a fact in Mexico, they are a little skeptical of taking bills in poor condition. Now, in Cambodia, that's one of the countries I want to talk to you about. I know for a fact Cambodia is a little bit stricter when it comes to your bill not being crisp or new. And for what I read previously, the prime minister of Cambodia has been trying to change that and ordering the people, to accept the bill, even if it's a little worn and torn. But you got to understand, it's totally up to that merchant if they want to risk the chance of taking, a torn bill or something. They don't want to risk the chance of losing money by taking maybe a counterfeit bill or torn bill that may not be usable. Now, Asia, such as, Thailand, even if this bill is, small, like I said, in Mexico, they can reject your bill, your US dollars, if it has a small mark on it, been defaced, if it's been folded, has crease. That's been time they rejected mine. We went over, Thailand was our first Asian country that we ventured out to. And that's when I started noticing that I was having a little bit of an issue with some American currency. We had some leftover currency that we had took with us prior to leaving Los Angeles. And we had maybe a couple $100 in US currency. So we get to Thailand, and Thailand was one of those countries that right out the gate, they start, saying, holding the bill up, looking at the bill, inspecting it, and saying that it wasn't crispy enough. They wanted the bill to be crispy and fairly new, pretty much. So the Asian countries such as Thailand, Cambodia, I know for a fact, and Mexico, the Latin American countries, I know for a fact they are some of the countries that are very strict about taking bills that's not pretty new or crisp or folded bills. So if you got them old folded bills you've been having in your wallet creased up, or old bills like your grandma used to put under her bed mattress, folded up in two stockings and a stocking cap, and inside a slipper old shoe, then you might want to try to either go to the local bank before you leave the U.S. and exchange them for some newer bills, or you might want to do like we used to do back in the old days. Put that, once it get wet, it been washed in the washer, put it on an ironing board and put your iron to it to try to crispy it out a little bit. I'm not asking you to put no starch on it or not, but you might want to get that bill back to par to what it should be looking like, so someone would accept your money. So that comes to say, like I was telling you, not all money is good money, for an example. So Asia, Latin American, and I was told East Africa is another one of the places that want crisp, clean, unmarked, and uncreased bills, U.S. bills, before they would take them. So those are the places that I know of that would really be a little bit hard to get your money exchanged if the money doesn't look new or crisp. So I'm going to talk to you about real quick what you can do to avoid the torn dollar embarrassment, as they call it. Before you leave, get fresh, crisp bills, like I just said. At the bank in the U.S., request new or nearly new U.S. dollar bills, especially in denominations you would mostly like use for exchange. For example, like $20 bills, $50 bills, and $100 bills. Make sure they are clean or wrinkled and with no writing, stamps, tears, heavily folded, or stained. There's a lot of bills out there, and it used to be, I didn't know if it was a crime or it used to be legal. We used to see a lot of bills with a graffiti on it, and I was told that's called defacing U.S. currency. So I haven't seen any of that lately. I don't know if that still goes on, but that money's supposed to not be, it's supposed to become worthless if it's being defaced like that. So I'm not sure if it's still like that. So if you know if the bills can still consider defaced, illegal, drop it in the comment section. Let me know. It'd be kind of interesting to know if they still look at that as defacing, and that bill is considered forwarded bill, as I would say, even if it's 100, 20, whatever. Defacing money is defacing money. So go through each bill you'll be carrying. Reject the ones that are torn. I know it's going to be kind of hard to do if you, like us, we got the money out of the ATM machine and it was torn on the end, or had some rips on some of the bills. And there was nothing we could do at that time because we was already over into another country. If we had noticed that before leaving or knew that they wouldn't accept the bills, we would have went ahead and exchanged those bills for some more newer or more bills in better condition. That if we known, we would have taken care of that. point blank. So that's why I'm here today to tell you. So we take the L so you don't take the L, you know. So the best way to keep your bill protected and keep it in good health and in good condition, keep your bill in an envelope, you know, like when you go in the pouch. Again, in the bank, they give you that money in the envelope pouch. If you can help it, keep it in the pouch so it don't, you know, get any tears or being mishandled. Don't do like me. They give me my bills in a pouch, and I go in the bank. I just fold the whole envelope up, the pouch, and put it in my pocket. Defeats the purpose of keeping the bills smooth and no wrinkles, right? Use a separate set of as an emergency backup, which we had a lot of ones. We even took a stack of ones, and we used those ones maybe like for tipping. We use them to, you know, give some people some charity out in the streets. If we've seen some people that needed, you know, buy them something to eat or charity in the street or leaving tips, you know, we use those ones as such. So carry some backup money, you know, that money that you've been holding on to, those few dollar bills, and use them as backup money. Use them as tips or whatever you can use them for if they want to accept them when you're trying to pay for some a purchase. So use reliable money exchangers such as banks, because it's been known that you can go to some of these exchange places in these countries and they do have counterfeit money. They have fake money, guys. So you have to be careful about that as well. Be very careful about exchanging your currency at some little random exchange houses. That's to do it like I did when I got the DR the first time. I had my driver to take me into the bank. He was able to go with me, go into the line with me, go up to the teller and make sure my bills was, you know, current and everything, because I didn't know anything about Dominican money. I had him to take me to first I told him to stop me at a exchange house, and he said, no, I'm taking you to the bank so we make sure you get legit money, because there's been a problem before. So make sure, if you can, go into a money exchange official place or a bank to exchange your money so you can get good bills and no counterfeit bills. If your bills are rejected, ask politely, you know, ask them which ones are unacceptable, and try swapping the bills out if you have any that they may accept. Don't get belligerent. Don't try to cause a scene or whatever, to see if they can possibly exchange the bad ones, or even offer to give them a small fee, a discount, or, you know, or ask them for, you know, tell them you want to exchange them and give them a small fee, maybe, you know, kick them down something. I mean, I'm not asking you to do anything illegal, but if they just look at it, because it's at the discretion of the merchants, you know, they'll look at it and say, I don't know about this one. You can say, hey, all right, Dan, you know, exchanges here. I'll give you $1 also if you would just exchanges. I really need it or whatever, you know, and try to get the money exchanged. But be polite about it, please. And also, while I'm talking about exchange and money, not taking currencies that have been defaced or ripped or torn or bad condition or crease. You also, when you leave that country, you got to understand, you got to look, because you're going to lose money if you're traveling from one country to another country, and you had say a couple $100 in Mexican pesos, and you're going to Philippines. You go into their airport, or you get to their exchange house, and you want to exchange your Mexican pesos to Filipino pesos. You may lose out, because their currency exchange rate may be a lot less than, you know, what you're paid for your exchange. So do yourself a favor and try to exchange that currency in that country that you're in, of the peso, the money that you have. For example, if you're in Mexico and you're leaving to go to the Philippines, you take the Mexican pesos, if they have Filipino pesos, and exchange them Mexican pesos to Filipino pesos, versus getting to the Philippines trying to exchange the Mexican pesos to their Filipino pesos, if you know what I mean. or vice versa. That would definitely help you out a lot, and you won't lose any money like that if you do it that way. So make sure if the country that you're in and you have extra pesos and you don't need those pesos or that currency, I'm stuck on pesos, guys, and you don't need that currency, try to exchange that currency before you leave that country, instead of trying to exchange it once you get to a new place, because you would definitely lose out if you don't get rid of the currency. Or be like us, we have some stashed away, we forget we still have it. We end up just, bringing it home with us, because we do plan on traveling in the near future to those places again. So those are other options that you can do. Just hold on to it and look at it as money in the bank if you don't leave home and forget about it. But just to let you guys know, to be aware that, once again, all money is not good money, and be careful if you're trying to exchange dollar US currency that's been defaced or old, wrinkled, ripped, torn, or missing a corner piece or whatever it may be. If it's not taken consideration, if it's not new or the condition of that currency is not good, they may not accept it. Even with their own currency, if they see their bill doesn't look right, or it looked like it's been defaced or utilized and are not in good condition, they may not even take it, even if it's their own currency. I know in Mexico, it's kind of hard too to destroy or tear their money up. I have pesos. No, I don't even have pesos. I got dollars. Kind of hard to destroy their pesos, because their pesos are made out of like hard plastic, not the paper like of the dollar bills. And then they have the clear window on the pesos, which you can see if someone tried to, counterfeit it or alter the bills. So just make sure that you have currency that's in good condition, no matter where you go. All right, guys. And if you're first time here on the channel, if you're new to the channel, make sure you like the video, share, and please subscribe to the channel, guys. I appreciate it. Your likes and your share helps this small channel grow, guys. I know we can do it with your help. And also, don't forget to go over to my main channel, Loving Freedom, and subscribe to that channel as well. If you guys got any question, feel free to drop me an email at blackmaninmexico@gmail.com, and I'll do my best to try to answer your question. But until the next video, guys, I appreciate you guys watching as always. Until the next one, bye now. Peace. One love.
On the world, let the good vibes flow. Love and freedom. Yeah, we